The Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching our show. Say hello to my co-hosts, my studio audience staffers, and of course the virtual audience at home. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. I must admit, I was very excited last night when I was reminded that the Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion was premiering last night. Only when I turned it on, I felt like it was all the same stuff I had seen before. And I tried, and I tried. And then I switched to The Bachelor. And I felt the same thing. It's all the same stuff I've seen. So back to Love and Hip Hop. All right. The best I can tell you is that the cast members from all 4 cities, they go to Arizona for a trip, all right? Then the first trip, first for the trip, you see Yandy and Mendici. Now you remember, Mendici went to jail for 4 years for trafficking all the drugs. And he was in prison. And now he's out of prison, and he seems as though he's he seems very guilt-filled from leaving Yandy to hold down the family fort. They have children. His mother is overbearing and ridiculous. Mendici doesn't really say much to defend his wife. He invited her along on this trip to Arizona, okay? So you're with your wife. You just got out of prison, and you invite your mother? Take a look. Mom, when your son takes a wife, she becomes priority, not you. And even if he secretly might love you equal or might love you more, Mom, you're not supposed to reveal that by pushing your way onto this trip. And Mendici, where's your backbone to your mother? I don't like what this show has done to Yandy. I like Yandy and Mendici as a couple. They seem to really love each other, although I think that she elevates him. You know, because even though he's done his time, he'll always be that guy who went to jail for being less than smart to, you know, peddle drugs and keys. I mean, he was the man at LAX.
Yep, he was taking drugs from New York City to Rochester.
Only 1 borough over, and he couldn't do that right. Oh, that Zoloft. What did he have going on in there?
I think it was heroin and cocaine.
Then say no more. He had to go 1 traffic light up the West Side Highway, and I do believe they staked him out for about 2 years before they actually caught him. And that's what they were talking about. That was one of the most interesting seasons of Love and Hip Hop New York. You know, because it was going down. It was going down right before our eyes every week. Yandy, first of all, she's like the most beautiful girl. That smile of hers, that smile, and she doesn't raise her voice. And I don't exactly know how old she is, but I know that she started out to be like a record industry or tastemaker type girl. And then she got involved with Love and Hip Hop, and I thought that was supposed to take her, what she was doing before, to another level, and then she was supposed to get out. But instead, she gets with Mendici, and it kind of brings it down. But she's kept it classy herself, sort of, to where if by chance something happened with their relationship, or if they were to get off this show as a couple, which they probably should, because now the feds are probably watching Mendici. You know, once you go to jail, in my mind, the feds still watch you, especially because you're on a show that's more popular, well, not as popular as The Bachelor, but more interesting than The Bachelor. You know, only because you have booty and criminals. Booty and criminals. All right, so that was season 1, or the first episode of season 1. So we've got many more episodes to catch up with all of the characters on the show. I don't like talking about Halle Berry. I've said this to you before. I liked her before I met her, and then I met her because she was involved in something that our show was called into action to get involved with promoting. And then I was like, well, I don't want to promote unless we can promote with Halle. And I just threw that out there, assuming she'd say no and they'd say no, and so it'd be a no. Why do we always have to report on a project with the guy who's cleaning the floor in the last scene?
Right.
Last scene, Wendy. So Halle agreed, and I was like, oh my gosh, now what do we do? You guys, do you remember that week or 2 weeks or whatever it was? Michael Lee, you flew out there with us because she wouldn't come to New York. So I guess that's when, you know, I said, good, because now our show, we can use that budget money for something else. We're not gonna fly to, you know, LA to see Halle Berry. And she had all these requests. You know, don't talk to me. I don't wanna see her until we talk and so on. Then she wanted to have it like the set on the show. So I was like, good, we're not gonna do that. And here goes Michael Lee. And art department. Michael Lee built a full Wendy set. You know, you could tell it was a makeshift, but it's Hollywood, you know? And in walks Halle. And the whole room stopped. I stopped, the whole room stopped. And she smiled, and my guard was immediately let down. Like, she made me feel very comfortable. And she acted like whatever questions I was told not to ask her, she was like, girl, you can ask me anything. At the end of our conversation together, which was about 2 hours, she flipped my boob and she winked at me and she said bye with her fingers. Norman, you saw that.
I remember it. It's classic.
I'll never forget it. So I feel some sort of connection to her. I also feel as though she's cuckoo. Halle, I've said that to you. I still feel like you're cuckoo in a good way. Like, you're too good for some of the things that you do. You should not be, see, your cuckoo dates way back to this thing where women don't need men and your fight with your son's baby's father. Your cuckoo for me dates back even before you got in a Thanksgiving fight with your baby's father, Gabriel. Thanksgiving of 2012, I believe it was. One of the best Thanksgivings ever. Because we were right here to report.
Yeah!
Beautiful model, Gabriel, Oliver.
Gabriel Aubrey, yep.
Gabriel.
Yeah,
Don't
Gabriel
confuse
Aubrey.
me. He reminds me of
I'm just
Smith.
saying his first and last name.
He reminds me of Smith. All right, Gabriel's over there. Gabriel comes over to get her now 12-year-old daughter. She was 12 at the time. At the time, she was 12.
Oh, she's 12 now.
Oh, she's 12 now.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, goes over to get her for Thanksgiving. Halle decides all of a sudden she doesn't want the daughter to go with Gabriel. Halle goes out on the driveway and starts fighting him. She's with Olivier, who was an actor and a model at the time as well. She knows how to pick him. And they have a son together, so they're having family time inside the house, but out on the motor court, there's a fight going on and a lot of screaming. So the neighbors are looking. Olivier comes out, breaks up these two fighting, and socks Gabriel in the eye. Yes, it was going down. Thanksgiving of 2012. So now the latest thing is going on. Halle, I'm forced to talk. She is being slammed by her ex, Gabriel Aubrey. Now this is the...
Slamming.
He's doing the slamming?
She's doing the slamming.
She's doing the slamming. She's doing the slamming. you're showing the wrong man. This is not Gabriel Aubrey.
Yeah, it's Gabriel.
Is it? Who's the olive man?
Olivier Martinez
Okay.
gave him the black eye.
Halle. Okay. Halle reportedly pays Gabriel, this man right here, $14,000 a month in child support. Now, at first I said, well, that's not a lot of money. Halle's got the money. She doesn't seem like she spends a lot of money in her life because she doesn't want to. She doesn't have to. She's Halle Berry. She seems like she eats grass, you know, and she seems, and I mean this in a good way. I bet she shops at the big box stores for leggings because she looks good in anything. You know, if you ever see her in a high-end designer, it's probably from the back of her closet from years ago, or some people just send her stuff because she keeps her body together and she looks good and stuff. So she posted online, and a lot of you have already seen this. Women, and it took me a while to do the story because I don't like to talk about Halle, but I'm forced to because it's a slow news day. Women don't owe you bleep. Now, she's calling it extortion that this Gabriel is even getting money from her because Halle is the one who's paying for their daughter to go to school. And I guess at this point, the little girl must be 15 or something.
12, yeah.
She's 12 now. Okay, she's 12. A 12-year-old still needs stuff. 12-year-olds, you know, they want to go out with their friends. They want to hang out with their friends. They have to go to good private schools. You know, she's a Barry, Aubrey. So, you know, it doesn't seem like a lot of money. And then Norman said that he thinks that Halle pays for the school. So the school's already taken care of. Okay, but what about his rent or wherever he's living? She can't go over there and sit on the floor on this furniture, Dad, over at Mom's. This is what I'm used to. I just don't think it's a lot of money. I just think there's a lot of complaining going on. And I think social media complaining is beneath Halle Berry. There's certain people who, I think she should just sit down, have a quiet cup of tea. You can be mad at him all day. None of us want to pay our men. Girl. But doing it on social media is not the way. Maybe her team can come in and monitor her social media the way mine does. I never learned how to use it when the show first started. I used to complain about it because I'd want to do stuff. And now they were right. It is the best thing ever to have people control your behavior when you're mad at home and you really want to go off, but then you have to call 50 people who check with 50 people before they post. By the time you see my post, it's all watered down. Unless I say kind words and send a good picture. Anyway, Halle, you hang in there, and men aren't, but I still love them. And I need them, and I want them. And I'm not ashamed. I need them, want them, and love them. That's it. And miss them because of Corona. It's okay. Vicki Gunvalson is doing what Vicki Gunvalson should. And so is Tamra Judge. Okay, so these girls used to be part of the OC, Housewives. And now they're not on the show anymore. They were kicked off. But on the show, remember, if you watched, they were best friends with Shannon Beador. And Shannon is a married woman, was married to Steve. David.
Beador. Mm-hmm.
Vicki and Tamra no longer speak to Shannon because Shannon is still, okay. Vicki and Tamra no longer speak to Shannon because Shannon is still on the show. Shannon is currently married to, and Shannon doesn't talk about Vicki or Tamra on the show. So I don't know whether they signed papers or whether she just doesn't. But the OC is not a big place. So they probably see each other at the nail salon and the strip malls and stuff like that. It's just that they don't talk about it on the show. However, in my opinion, Vicki did something that I would do. Very civilized, low-key shade. David, now you can show Shannon and David. Very handsome man, 56 years old, Shannon and David. Very handsome, 56. Look at Shannon. She's got a real-life woman's pot belly. You know what I mean? A little something, huh?
Right.
What?
Nothing, I was just laughing.
Yeah, no, I like to see that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm tired of this.
She's had her struggles on the show.
What kind of, she's a foodie?
Uh-huh, she goes up and down. And David, used to be like mean to her, like.
I remember,
Yes.
You're gonna eat that?
Uh-huh.
More bacon for you? You don't need to eat that. Like, really make her feel upset. Yeah, she went through food struggles on the show. I had a waffle and a piece of whiting for breakfast this morning. Only to get to work and find out that soul food for lunch.
Yay.
Well, not cat. See, I don't eat catfish. It is the bottom of the sea.
That's exactly what I just said. It lives in a pond.
Yeah, no, I
Amongst all that water that's
I like
stagnant.
the whiting. Michelle Obama eats whiting. If it's good enough for her, it's good enough for me. I like whiting. I grew up on whiting. Yeah. Anyway, back to Shannon. So Shannon and David. David, David has gone on. He just had a baby with his new wife, Leslie. Leslie's 37, and they aren't together anymore. But Shannon, because she has so many struggles between the food and fighting with David on the show, and then eventually David not being on the show, Vicky and Tamara knew exactly how to kick her while she's down. So on social media, Vicky congratulated her. Look, congrats, David. I'm so happy for you. Is that petty? Wow. Yes. Do we like it? Yes. Petty is the first characteristic of any housewife, which is why Kim Fields didn't last. She'll be out here later on. Remember, I was the one who told her, what are you doing being a housewife? Tootie being a housewife. Anyway, Shannon knows stuff about Vicky and Tamara. So maybe Shannon could spread gossip throughout the OC community. And then Andy, I know that you still have Vicky's telephone number. Why don't you invite both of these girls back, Tamara and Vicky, back to the OC? Because from what I understand, nobody's watching but Norman, and that's only because he's on assignment.
Mm-hmm. And it is not good this year. It was not good. Bring back
Unwatchable.
Vicky. Unwatchable. Garbage. No, I'm a housewife nista, and this season was not good. Bring back Vicky and Tamara.
Vicky, I know that you're handling your own financially speaking, but we miss you on the Housewives. And Tamara, I miss you as well. And the idea that when the three of you were all friends, that was just funny because then the other girls hated you all because you had a thicker bond than the rest of them. Just, can we bring Petty all the way back to the OC? I thought we were finished. Shout out to the Gorilla Glue lady. Or girl, I can't tell whether you're 40 or whether you're 18.
Right.
Because you are so, doesn't she look a little bit like Yandy?
Uh-huh.
Kinda, sorta. And Yandy wears the side ponytail too. But Yandy's not this stupid. Okay, so the Gorilla Glue lady who was seen at the daycare, the word is that she may have as many as 5 children. But she might be as old as 40. 40 years old with 5 children, that's not like if she was 18 with 5 children. The question is, how many babies' fathers? Anyway, they say she's thinking of suing the Gorilla Glue company. This is all according to TMZ. She's thinking of suing. Well, all of us think of a lot of things. It doesn't mean that we actually do it. However, I think, Gorilla Glue lady, that you should go on and sue. Why not? By the way, you GoFundMe people, you've put in $13,000 to her GoFundMe. So she's got, but who are these people? Do you have so much money that you just go fund anything? Don't you think she should just sit in the corner and just learn her lesson? Well, she's not. Apparently, she's saying that the label is misleading. They say, do not use on eyes, skin, or clothes. They didn't say anything about hair, says this lady. So she goes out and she gets herself an agent. And who is her agent? Mama June's agent. Yeah. Now, if I were Mama June's agent, honestly, I would use the clout of the Mama Junedom and get this girl a reality show. Here's where I'm going. Look, I'd watch that before I'd watch the OC until they bring those girls back.
Right.
Get her a reality show. Have her going through the process. We'll figure out which lawyer she's gonna get. I have no idea. Oh, there is a plastic surgeon, though, in Beverly Hills, that for $12,000, he said it'll be painful, but in a few days, he can take care of her hair. See, Andy, you get the cameras in there, and I'm telling you, I am watching with a piece of whiting. The plastic surgeon says that he can fix it. And by the way, he says free, but surgeon, what are you, stupid? Look, she's got $13,000. You take 12 of that. We already looked up the procedure. It costs $12,000. She'll have an extra $1,000 for food for her children, the 5 of them. That's it for Hot Topics. Well, I'll be. Go ahead and clap. We have more great show for you, everybody. Up next, the legendary actress Kim Fields is here. So grab a snack and come on back. And the name of Gorilla Girl's reality show should be Sticky Situation. Okay, our first guest is an icon. Everybody straighten up. She's also a legend. We loved her on The Facts of Life and Living Single. I didn't like her on Atlanta Housewives, but she's also going to share some great deals with us today. Give it up for Kim Fields. Wow.
Hey, girl.
You look really good. I saw the sliver of belly. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Well,
Wow.
thank you. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
I got a nickname for you that you created for yourself, honey. You are now Mustang. Because you said that in your documentary, and
I'm a
you said you
Mustang.
are a Mustang. And I was like, word, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me tell you about your movie. You inspired transparency. And baby, you gave birth to a deep dive into strength. And sometimes, Wendy, your strength gets tired, and that is okay. You did that thing. You showed some transparency like never before, and that was very inspiring. Thank you for your work.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you for the movie and the documentary.
Thank you, Kim. Now let me see your shoes. A shoe
Okay,
cam, please.
ready?
Oh gosh, she's in the kitchen.
Bam!
Oh.
Now here, I also have it here for you.
Very nice.
I know we like our flats, but sometimes we need a little heel, and I'm about to go back to work directing. And so I'm gonna be on my feet quite a bit. So this is my shoe cam. Listen, I wanted to make it a slipper cam sock, but they said no.
You should have done it anyway. I do. I'm a Mustang.
Well, that's because, and that's right. And it's the Wendy show. When it's the Kim show, sure, I'll be in a slipper sock.
Look, I love your background, the fireplace, your cup. It looks cozy
Thank
with
you.
the snow. Where's the family?
Upstairs and watching. There they are right there. That was when we were in Vancouver when I was filming my Christmas movie. You Light Up My Christmas. That's beautiful Stanley Park.
Your marriage survived the one season that you were on The Housewives of Atlanta. You know I didn't like that for you.
Oh, baby, everything survived. I
Yeah.
know. And you know what's so funny? What's so funny is I know you said in the intro that you didn't like me on it, but here's what's so surprising. Number one, that people are still talking about it. And number two, that people always say, you didn't fit in. I wasn't there to fit in. Just like if you do become a friend to the Miami chicks, first of all, you can't fit in. Okay, you're Wendy Williams, so you're a friend.
Right.
So there's that. But I'm serious, girl. Sometimes it's nice to just have a new, fresh energy to something, and especially for that very powerful franchise. And remember when I told you I wasn't there to fit in, probably one and done because I had I had to do. and to keep it pushing. But yeah, girl, we ain't there to fit in. We there to do us.
Now, do you keep in touch with any of the housewives?
Well, Cynthia and I have done a couple of things together because we're both entrepreneurs and we both have similar types of businesses. So she has this wonderful wine bar in Georgia, in Atlanta. There she is. And I have my coffee line, Signature Blends by KF. And so we've done a couple of co-branding things and also some entrepreneur events. We did one in DC, I want to say at the end of 2019.
Do you ever see Kenya?
When she's on something, if I'm scrolling, that's about it though.
Well, I only ask because, the area is very small if you're acting or producing or you're a celebrity down there. That's all.
Well, most of my work actually isn't here in Georgia. So I was in LA for most of 2020 during the pandemic, starring in my Netflix series, The Upshaws, which drops this spring with Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes.
And Wanda Sykes, yeah.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
a comedy. Tell us what that's about.
Yes. Oh, it's when you were talking in the Hot Topics and you said, you're tired of seeing stuff you've seen before. Girl, you ain't never seen this before. So it's really wonderful. You got Wanda Sykes and Mike Epps on Netflix. You already know it's going to be very irreverent. There's my family. So I play Wanda's sister and Mike's wife. And we are a working class family trying to make it without a blueprint and trying to get it right and almost always get it wrong.
Perfect. And now you're doing something down there with the Tyler Perry Studios too?
Yes, so I have a new series that I produced and directed with Tyler and with his studio. But also, I'm really excited. My mom and we just completed season 1 and started season 2 of Young Dylan for Nickelodeon, which is a great family show. We love it. So we were both in the bubble directing and we're housemates as well.
I love the Chip and Kim connection. Her mother is everything.
She really is. She loves you. She sends her love too.
Thank her, and thank you. All right, it's been
Absolutely.
23 years since Living Single. We see the same episodes all the time. It comes on TV.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I could stand to see all 4 of you grow up, not live together, be professional. Maybe one of you is married and then divorced. One of you is still married. One of you is, captain of industry. One of you is still trying to find themselves. But whatever, I could see this happening again. The Friends are.
Yeah. Well,
Are.
The thing about a reboot, though, for us is you have to be really careful. You can't just throw us together and just say, what would be, how would you be now? I feel like, and we've talked about it, the 6 of us in Yvette, we're on a thread together. And we've talked about the fact that these characters are beloved. And if you mess around and get it wrong, folks will be so mad. You can't just throw it together. And thank God, yes, we're all still here, but we all still working. La was just starring in her show Equalizer. My joint drops this spring. I'm directing. Erica's work. I mean, we're all working. Kim, John, everybody, TC, we're all working.
It'd be hard to get you together.
She got time to write this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
But we love the love. We love the love. And we love how there's so many new generations that are really digging the show as if we've just made it. And since I still look the same, people think I just left the set.
And you do. All right. Now it's time for celebrity finds. And you found something that you would like us all to take a part of if we would like.
I did. So guys, everything I'm about to show you right now is available at wendyshowdeals.com. And you can also make sure to text, what's the number? 65000, okay? And you can get in on these wonderful deals. So what I'm loving about what I'm about to show you right now, as I get my Vanna White on, is a brand called Super Smile. And it's a company founded by a dentist and his wife. Now, you guys know I love my coffee. Wendy, you and I both love tea. But whatever you eat and drink, and especially whatever you drink, guys, it's probably going to stain your teeth. And baby, I don't have a character actress career right now. I'm still a leading lady, so I need my teeth looking gorgeous.
Yeah, and your teeth are also the signature. Your smile is one of your signatures since you played Tootie.
Thank you.
So how do we preserve our teeth?
I've heard that. Thank you. I really appreciate that, girl. So basically, we've got 2 kits. This first one I'm going to show you is toothpaste and a whitening activator. Okay. And what I love too is that this product works on all teeth, including crowns, veneers, dentures, and on an average, this is the 3rd item that comes into this kit, this teeth whitening system. Yes, girl, you can track your progress. And you can practice, you know, and you can track to see exactly.
Exactly. They're real brown
and
over
what I
here.
love is that there are no trays. There's no strips and all of that. There, you know, if you've got sensitivity.
And you brush your teeth with these.
It's really great. You brush your teeth, a couple of drops on your toothbrush twice a day for 2 minutes, and that's it.
How much for this one?
You are going to love. I was just gonna say, girl, you're gonna love this price point. So it's $88 for retail. However, because Wendy Watchers are amazing, you guys are gonna get this for just $70.
That's good.
That's affordable luxury like no other. I mean, come on, exactly.
Now, what's this next potion?
Yeah, the second kit is, again, the whitening accelerator and original mint toothpaste, and this right here. This is almost like foreplay to me because it's in your mouth a rinse. I said it. So this is a rinse, a pre-rinse. That way you're getting all the areas that you can't really get with your toothbrush. So you start with this. This is the appetizer, this is the foreplay. And then you're gonna brush with these and bam.
I got it. Now, how much is this one?
So this kit, again, it retails for $49. However, Wendy Watchers, you get a special offer. $39. Come on, y'all.
It's all less expensive than going to the pros. Kim Fields, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your life and also your product. Be sure to check out these great deals by going to wendyshow.com. We'll be right back. It is time for Celebrity Fan Out, which I love. Our first Celebrity Fan Out comes from Marianne, who watches The Wendy Show on KSI in San Diego, California. Marianne writes in, "Hey, Wendy, how you doing? I was at Carnegie Hall when I met Martha Stewart." The beautiful Martha Stewart, she says, Marianne says, "I'm an etiquette expert, so I told her it's not proper to clink glasses when toasting. She seemed surprised." Well, thank you, Marianne, for teaching us all. Who knew? Okay, our next Celebrity Fan Out comes from Renee, who watches The Wendy Show on KDFW in Mansfield, Texas. And Renee writes in, "Hey, Wendy, how you doing? I was at a boxing match when I met Mario Lopez." She goes, "I was too busy staring at him to watch the fight." You know what? Mario is such a friend to the show. Mario, you are such a cheeseball at yet another fight, taking pictures, looking handsome. Oh, Mario. Oh, Marianne. Our next Celebrity Fan Out comes from Alejandro. And Alejandro watches The Wendy Show on KTTV in West Hollywood, California. Well, he lives in West Hollywood. Alejandro writes, "Hey, Wendy, how you doing? I was at a restaurant when I met Camila Cabello." You look like brother and sister. Good-looking people. She was with her mom, and she complimented my eye makeup. Damn. Thank you, Alejandro. Hi, Camila. Our final Celebrity Fan Out comes from Whitney, who watches The Wendy Show on WTVODT2 in Rockford, Illinois. Whitney writes, "Hey, Wendy, how you doing? I was at a comedy show when I met Tiffany Haddish. I met her backstage and she jumped on my back for this picture. If you or someone you know looks like, has an encounter with a celebrity, sharing is always funny. Tell us your situation and whatnot. Go to wendyshow.com for all the details. Ask Wendy is next. It's time for Ask Wendy. Blair is on the phone and Blair is in Canada. Hi, how you doing, Blair?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good, thank you. What's your question?
Okay, so I went on this date with this guy a couple weeks ago, and he was okay, but just the chemistry wasn't there. But Wendy, he's got the abs, the muscles, and all that. So I want to know, how could I ask him to be friends with benefits without coming across rude or like a player? Because I'm not.
How do you know he doesn't want you for anything more than that? How do you know that?
Well, he asked me on a second date.
So what?
No, but can I be friends with benefits with him? How do I ask him to do that without?
But the second date, because have you had sex with him already?
No.
Well, the second date could be his takedown date.
Okay.
So you don't
That's
know.
true.
I would suggest you keep an open mind, and it's not. You look too young to be just playing around like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way,
Okay.
I like your choice in literature. Have a nice day, Blair.
Bye.
Stephanie is in Phoenix. Stephanie, how you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Fine, thank you. What's your question, Steph?
So the president of a service group I work with, he asked me out and I declined. He's now made my life on this board hell. I need work from him and I have to ask multiple times, or he won't even get me it. And I've shown up to meetings that have been canceled and he hasn't told me. So should I sit there and bring it up on the board meeting on Sunday, or should I just let it go?
Is this for your condo association or your neighborhood association? How important is this board to you?
No, this is a volunteer work. It's hospitals and institutions, and it's for NA. So.
Well, do you live in a community where possibly you can take your big heart to another organization?
Yeah.
I would do that as opposed to standing up in the middle of a board meeting, committee meeting, and tearing him down in front of everyone. You can't do that. Just leave and don't say anything for a year, and then whisper ever so delicately back to his where he is and find out whether he's doing it to anyone else. Just because you're nosy, like we are. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Thank you.
That's dangerous. Oh. Anyway, DJ is in Houston. Hi, DJ. How you doing?
How you doing?
Why do I think I know you?
I don't know. Maybe.
How can I help you?
All right. I got a question. My best friend been in a relationship for 5 years, and he's still on these dating sites. And he uses me as a scapegoat, so his girlfriend doesn't know that he's on these dating sites. So the other night, she called me and was like, "Hey, is he with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's with me." But he really wasn't. He was on another date. So should I say something to my best friend, or should I say something to her, or should I just stay out of it?
Is your best friend a man? You refer to him as him, yes? Yes.
Yes.
Is your best friend on the down low?
Yes.
Okay, so she's got two things she's dealing with. She's dealing with a man who's being less than truthful regarding that he's gay, and he's on the dating apps. I say you stay out of it, and you need to talk to him and let him know that you're willing to push him to the side until he gets his life together. You don't want to be involved. We're too grown for that, DJ. We'll be right back. It's time for Pop Quiz, and Shauna is in Miami. Shauna, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good, thank you. All right, so who had the most watched Super Bowl halftime show ever out of these three? Is it Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, or Jennifer Lopez and Shakira? And go.
Ooh.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
J-Lo and Shakira?
Exactly. Nope, it's not. We love Katy Perry, but not more than J-Lo and Shakira. It was Katy Perry. It's okay. Katy had over 120 million viewers. We're gonna send you a $100 gift card to Shoe Dazzle, which should buy you approximately 100 shoes. That's a great place. We'll be right back, everybody. Congratulations, Shauna. You want to join in on the fun and be part of our virtual audience? It's easy. You go to wendyshow.com and sign up. We'll be right back. Vivica A. Fox tomorrow. I love you for watching today. And I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.
How you doing?
Nice.